All right. Hey there, happy Mercury Day. I hope you're doing well. I am the truth, and you are too. Welcome to this week's Mars Day Weekly Forecast / Predictions. Everything you need to know pertaining to me and my services is located in the description box of this video below for you to see. For this week's Mars Day Weekly Forecast / Predictions, I'll be channeling with there's Kali, who's supporting the eclipse. Size good in there. It's good. If you look up Kali, you'll see that she's a Hindu goddess. She symbolizes time, death, and destruction. She is known as the Dark Mother. She's known for renewal and liberation. She's known for renewal and liberation. She's known for transcending knowledge. And if you see here, she usually has blue skin. Some say sometimes she has black skin. I usually see her with blue skin. And she has multiple arms and a garland of skulls around her neck. I asked Kali myself, who are you and how would you like for me to describe you? And the following came up. The number sequence 1010 came up. I see that as reputation. I see that as networking. I see that as a conclusion of something coming to a close. I see that as a end of something leading to a beginning of something. And mostly that or whatnot. It could be temptations and stuff too. And what you would call it, also the zodiac sign Taurus came up, and Kali said the following: being rational, the level-headed energy, especially when emotions or the mind is are out of whack. Stable, trustworthy, steadfast, reliable, responsible. A choice between struggle or stability, wealth. The strength, the sturdiness, the pillar when all else seems to be topsy-turvy. But that's there is Kali for you, and I'll be channeling her for this week's Martha Weekly Forecast Predictions. If you hear an extra sound, should reading, I apologize in advance. Life is life, and I don't handle it. If it gets too much, like, comment, share, subscribe if very much appreciated. It's helpful. And let's begin this week's Martha Weekly Forecast Predictions. So let's start with the journal summary. It's not much. It's just very few stuff here. So there was a lot of 333s and 888s here. And then just from the summary of everything coming together from the journal notes over the week, what I got from that is star, reminders, and mother. Star, reminders, and mother. So let's go to where we are in the planets currently. Currently, we are in the age of Aquarius. There is rebellion, revelations, humanity changes, epiphanies, realizations, and awakenings. Within that, we are in Scorpio season. So Scorpio season started on October 23rd, 2025. It's going to end on November 22nd, 2025. Scorpio is known as following, is known as the Scorpion, is known as the Eagle, is the I less sign, is the I want sign, and the I desire sign. It is a fixed sign. It is a water sign. It is ruled by the planets Mars and Pluto. Yeah, Mars and Pluto. And Scorpio is a divine feminine sign. The topaz and the opal are gemstones associated with Scorpio, and the genital organs, the bladder, the bowels are anatomically associated with Scorpio. The death card and the Tower card are the major arcana cards associated with Scorpio. And Scorpio can be described as the following: passionate, perceptive, resourceful, possessive, psychological, prowling, determined, probing, fixed, focused, having the potential to see things more clearly than others, can be cunning or vengeful, but fearless, strategic, or getting what you want. Sexual energy, not afraid to investigate the darker side of things, death and rebirth, regeneration, powers, regenerative powers through optimism. And today the moon is for the full moon in Taurus today, and Mars is currently in Sagittarius until December 15th, 2025. So I'm gonna let you know I'm gonna break all of that down and then let you know the summary that I got from there. So all right, so the moon in Taurus. So, first the full moon. Let me put the little bookmark there. So, first the full moon means the following. The full moon means harvest, and what you call it? Yes, it means harvest. Tension. There's tension due to finding a balance between two extremes. You can't feel energetically lifted, especially in emotions. You can't feel called to be out and about and in action, implementing and actualizing everything that you've been planning for, heightened emotions, culmination, feeling the peak in the work that you have been putting in over the week. And then picking from the fruits of your labor, you can clearly see what was not working for you, energetically shedding what no longer serves you, holding space for your emotions, journaling, talking out. Emotions are high, so do not get overly emotional, attached to anything or anyone. Reap the benefits of intentions set during the new moon. You will see benefits in the form of new opportunities or as results from the hard work done the previous week. Be open and prepared to receive these. And then the moon in Taurus means the following: familiarity, strong-willed, material comforts, solid and comfortable home and foundation, reliability, security, stability, steadiness, can be resistant to change, growth or emotional stimulation, can be romantic, sentimental and warm, well-developed sense of smell, well-developed sense of smell, five senses, involved in enduring relationships, strong, deep, and unwavering affections. Hold on, let me also do this. Dang it. Okay, so yeah, I don't know where I stopped that off or whatever. What you call it? There's something about being optimistic, being consistent, persistent on things, being stubborn and steady and sturdy about things, not giving up or not not like leaving things incomplete or something like that. The ability to approach obstacles with optimism and confidence may take things too far when forgetting moderation, exploring through meaningful travel, great traveling, going big or going home, stimulated by long distance travel, learning opportunities, exotic things, a unique experience, getting out of your comfort zone. Blunt, unfiltered, can go overboard with things, valuing having your space, your freedom. It matters whether or not someone agrees with you. It matters whether or not someone agrees with you, your mindset, or your philosophy when it comes to the Mars and Sagittarius energy. Not liking being backed into a corner, passionate, direct when it comes to sex, and likes mindedness and fun when it comes to sexual things. All of that together, what I got is wish fulfillment, what you desire, and materializing it, making it tangible, a combination from being adamant, persistent, optimism, positivity motivates, death and rebirth, rebranding, initiate, starting over, bold, fearless, believing in yourself, leaving space and open flow for fulfillment, harvest to come in. Energy, emotions are high. Find a way to healthily channel them, direct them. Beware of emotions, anger, ruining things. Beware of being impulsive when emotional. Patience is rewarding. Things begin to set off, initiate and follow through. Yeah, initiate and follow through. So it's good to like start up things and stuff, but like follow through, finish it and everything like that. And patience is definitely a virtue. So let us close this out with a card reading. Ooh. I kind of want to do it again. Sorry. Okay. Bottom of the deck, which is the summary of the clarity cards, is Ace of Swords. Top of the deck, you're watching this right now, is the Four of Swords. Oop, okay. Bottom of the deck, which is the summary of the cards that came out, is Astronomer, Air. It's an air card, and Discovery, Augury. Top of the deck, you're watching this right now, is the Shepherd, an Earth element card. Celebration, family. All right. So for this week's Mars Weekly Forecast predictions, the cards that came out are the Six of Rods, which is Six of Wands, and also the Four of Swords. And then bottom of the deck, which is a summary of those two cards, is the King of Pentacles. And then top of the deck, you're watching this right now, is the Devil card. And then for the Queen, to clarify the Six of Rods and the Four of Swords, you got the Queen of Wands, you got the Seven of Coins, which is Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. And also the two oracle cards that came out are the King, Control, Reversal of Fortune, and it's a fire element. And then you also got the sleeper, cause and effect, clarity, and it's the fire elements. A lot of fire or whatnot here. It's also a lot of mental as well, and like grounding it. A lot of like having the willpower and passion, and then grounding it, and also plans and clarity on like what you're grounding and what you're passionate about. We're gonna do the charms afterwards or whatnot. There's something here about healing, something here about rebalancing, reorganizing, and looking at something, looking at something more, analyzing it. Yeah, there may be some like looking at something deeper, looking more into it, like analyzing it, and something with organization, having things together and everything like that. There's something here about high frequency for your aura. Someone is noticeable when they walk into a room, all eyes on them type thing. It's like, and there's something about in somebody's own bubble or their own aura, especially when they like go anywhere, walk into a room, and it's like there's like plenty, but then there's like you, or there's this person, there's this thing. A lot of you need to or have been doing a lot of meditation, a lot of centering yourself, keeping your mind clear, especially, or you need to, especially as you move forward, you make decisions and everything like that. There's something about a smart move, being very smart, a smart move, cunning, strategic, maybe. But there's something about like that, meditating, planning, having a clear mind, especially as you are doing things. And it's important to make sure that like your crops are taken care of. We probably are doing that, and Kali is just recognizing that. There's just something about making sure you're okay, your home is okay, your crops are good and provided for. There's a sense of stability and self love and self care here, even when temptations may possibly arise. So need to, or Kali is acknowledging that she sees that in you to keep going, basically. Yeah, there's something about someone's aura, maybe their magic, their power, or whatnot radiates off of them. Can we get much higher? And like self care. There's something about like someone doing self care or putting into some type of work or energy or thing or whatnot. And that's why their aura or the frequency or whatever it is high or whatnot. Yeah, it's high up. And yeah, there's something about victory and winning, and also putting having self-care, putting into self. Yeah, a clear mind, meditative, all that stuff. Wow, there's something about the king and having it's like a position that someone is put in, and it's because like that's who you are. There's something about being responsible, having like control or like a responsibility over something, over people, or something like that. And because of the stable energy here, the sturdy energy. Um, be aware of illusions or something like that. Be aware of illusions, and something about like your mind, your subconscious, maybe dreams, maybe insight or something like that. It's something like in the dark or when your eyes are closed, and something about being clear. So it came out Six of Rods and the Four of Swords. Remain centered, or Kali is advising that you remain centered, level headed, and all that stuff. I mean, that's what I channeled from her anyway, but stay level headed, keep your frequency high, stay positive, just stay in the high bubble. I'm thinking about Galinda from Wicked. Bottom of the deck, the summary of that is King of Pentacles. Because a lot of y'all have like responsibilities, or you're in charge of something, or you're seen as reliable, responsible, and stable, steady, or whatnot. Yeah. Some of y'all could be initiated into some type of like higher, like power, position or whatnot. I don't know, I keep getting manager or whatnot, and I feel like it's because it's initiated into it and welcomed in because like how you are, who you are. This is something that you're just pursuing. Top of the deck, you watch this right now, the devil. Just be aware of temptations, things throwing you off, things being unclear, binding things. Yeah. I feel like, yeah, just be aware of toxicity and negativity. Keep everything pure. I did when I did post a random like short video saying like the energies are always moving. That's coming up for some reason with the Ten of Cups, the Page of Cups, and then the Wheel of Fortune. Like every energies are always like shifting and moving. So do your best to stay in a positive energy. So when the energies are more solid and more or whatnot, what materializes and what solidifies is that positive mindset or whatnot. Yeah. Persevere, as we always do when it comes to the devil. Then to clarify, the Six of Rods and the Four of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Coins, and the Knight of Swords. Gotta put me first, Lucius. Gotta put me first, Lucius. There's something about priorities. This could be the self. This could be the self, and or is like putting priorities into something. Maybe like what you what is something about the things that you put as priorities that is making someone come out as on top, as reliable, resourceful, stable, um, or as like you need to. There could be a lot of self-care, which is causing someone to radiate energetically, your aura field. It could be noticeable. There's something with lightning and cunning and swiftness as well. Yeah, there's something about, I feel like there's something about like putting yourself first, you're the priority, or something about the priorities that you put down or whatnot. And we have here the king. Oh, my bad, I keep doing that. That's hilarious. Okay. It came upright, the king. The king, the cheering of the crowd is deafening. Rose petals drift through the air, brushing against the king's gleaming armor as they ride ahead of the parade atop a pristine white horse. They sit proud and indomitable, unaware that the moment their fate changes, they may not be so prepared to handle a shift in fortunes. Power, celebration, honors. From a young age, the king has always found that things come easily to them, but there is a catch to being a gifted child. We have never learned the value of hard work, and therein lies their downfall. The king is a reminder that taking things for granted can cause irreparable mistakes. Now is the ideal time to practice awareness and value the benefits that come from working at a problem. Even if you think you already know the answer, don't dismiss the wisdom of those who try to show you a new way of working out a solution. Something about the king being a leader, not a dictator. And then the sleeper became upright. So let's read that. Locked away in their tower, the sleeper is fated not to live under the sun, but instead to embrace the shadows and live a life of clairvoyant dreams. While their sibling, the waker, holds the knowledge of the daytime world, the sleeper lives in a world of visions, untangling omens, yet blind to the truth of the true world. They speak only prophecies based on what they see in their dreams, without ever having to face the repercussions. Past decisions made that you have made are starting to have an effect, and whether they were made for the right or wrong reasons, it's too late to change them now. It's hard to admit when you're at fault, so learn what you can from the situation. Next time you make a mistake, next time you can make a better choice rather than repeating the same errors. I guess be smarter, work smarter, and all that stuff. Be more wise about something. Um, and just beware of ego if it is with yourself. Ego, like, or also be careful with just temptations, whether it's within yourself, something you're dealing with, or is outside of yourself. All that stuff. Um, you are dependent on, or just because of your energy, like just automatically someone who's stable, sturdy, and all that stuff. And something about keep away from temptations and demonic energies, toxicity, negativity, and everything like that. Stay centered, stay high in your frequency. Keep the main thing is to keep the main thing. Whether that's yourself and or just other things in your life when it comes to priorities. We have here Capricorn. You could be that sign. That sign could be in your chart. It could be the energy of this reading. It could be anybody around you. It could be the planetary placements, all that stuff. We have your avaricious, which is an adjective meaning greedy, concerned with wealth and material. Keep the spiritual first. Keep the spiritual first, and everything else falls afterwards into place. We have here acumen, a noun meaning the ability to make good judgments and quick decisions. Yes, so be clear-minded, be careful of like demonic energies, the devil energy, um, I guess like swaying you into some other stuff or whatnot. Keep a clear mind, a positive mind, and everything like that. Intentions, may it be positive of the highest good. And we have here the sun, and that rules Leo. It could be something about action, could something be about children, happiness, and then something about the main character and all that stuff. What should call it? New level, new devils. Also, just because of who you are, what you got to do to maintain your status, your energy, and all that stuff. Basically, is what I'm getting from here. So that's that for this week's Wednesday Weekly Forecast Predictions. If you would like a personal reading, you can visit my link tree. You can email me and set up a day and time. They both will be in description box for you to see. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's very much appreciated. It's helpful. And peace out. Boop, boop, boop.